Hey guys, I'm Melissa.
I'm Patty.
And we are
Efecto podcast. Welcome
back,
back,
guys.
Episode 34.
We hope you guys enjoyed last week's episode. As always, let us know what you thought and what was your favorite part.
Yeah, and hopefully we saw some of you guys at Shop Small Soiree, which was yesterday. So good, so much fun. But yeah, like always, we're going to catch up and then we'll get into the video. So, Mel, how's it going?
I'm good. It was a stressful week, but it was also a very fun week. I mean, as always, I know we always say this, but yeah, literally just work, getting ready for, Shop Small. So that was super fun. Even though it was a little stressful, I enjoyed it. And yeah, with work, there's just been some exciting things happening there. As you guys know, I'm still in a way like transitioning in. So there's a lot of new information being thrown at me, a lot to process and learn, but super exciting, super fun. Love my team. So yeah, that's pretty much what's been happening there. And in life, nothing, nothing exciting at all. Besides, I guess just Asante. And I mean, yeah.
That is exciting.
Yeah. So yeah, besides Asante, but like personal life, not really much going on. Besides work and that. Yeah, that's pretty much what happened this week. I think I'm like trying to think what else I did. Yeah, but I guess the event, like just Shop Small overall, it was super exciting. I know I was getting emailed like the PDF of the map, and I was like geeking out with like, the people that are going to be there, the small businesses that are going to be there. So that's super exciting just to be a part of that. And then overall just Hispanic heritage. So super cool to be part of just like a Shop Small soiree like that. That's just supporting a lot of like different Latinos and just small businesses overall. So that's been really nice and exciting.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I know. And then it was also the first time at this location. So that's also cool.
Yeah, first time Santa Anita, definitely different. It's huge. But at least we got my dad's truck because that's just going to make it 1,000 times easier. Oh my God, I guess that's what's been going on this week, guys. Got into a little accident. And I don't have a car. And oh my God, I don't know how it's hard. I don't know how people do it without a car. It's like, it's been tough.
Bro, no, but this is the thing. That day, Mely was supposed to come to a SoulCycle class. And I'm already and this is the thing. I, in my heart, knew you were like on the cusp of not making it. Because when you texted me saying, I'm on my way. And I looked at the time and I was like, okay, she could probably make it. Like, she'll probably make it just in time. And then I was already in the parking lot, having my like energy drink, and I'm tracking her and she's still on the fucking freeway, and I'm like oh my God, like she's not gonna make it. And then she texted me, hey, so I was in a little accident, I'm okay, but I'm still on my way to SoulCycle. Bitch, what the fuck? I called you immediately. I'm like, bitch, are you okay?
Yeah, so that's why I was like taking longer, because I was literally pulled over on the side of the road dealing with the whole accident stuff, and I was pissed because I'm like, this just took 30 minutes of my fucking time and now I'm not gonna make it. But I guess I have to be grateful because it was fine, but I was just annoyed.
Oh my gosh, how annoying to be grateful.
I was like, I was so annoyed at the situation. I was annoyed at everything, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I just finished paying my car, now I have to deal with this. Thank God for insurance, but even then I was like, ugh. And then it was a long day, so that's all I was looking forward to. And then that happened, so I was like, of course. But yeah, I'm okay, so that's fine.
Perspective. I think that was the big thing that we're on the phone. I go, are you okay? I go, first of all, I don't care. Like, I hear you, but like, are you okay?
Yeah, my parents told me the same thing. They're like, are you okay? Oh my God, oh my God. I'm like, I'm fine. They're like, where are you going?
Like, but, honestly, who cares about anything else? The car will get fixed. It is what it is. Yeah. But as long as nothing happened to you, so you're fine.
Yeah.
But that is like.
Yeah, I know.
It's okay.
Like, here we go. But yeah, besides that, nothing else that's interesting. How's your week?
Same, like work wise, I've been all over fucking LA County. I was in Rancho Cucamonga, Brea, um, just all downtown, just all over. So a lot of drive time. So just work has been good. Learning every day, getting challenged every day. But I'm growing, which is really good. I'm getting that feedback that I am growing. I'm accelerating, so that feels good. I've been going to Soul Cycle. Mely took a Soul Cycle class with me on Thursday. We did Latin Thursdays with our girl Dahlia.
So good.
Love, 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 love. And we even did, usually she does content at the end of class. So, like, on Tuesday when I went, we made a video and she posted that. And then on Thursday, she mentioned again. I told Mely, I was like, we're staying.
Yeah,
I was
guys,
like, we're going to be in this video.
Died by that video. I was like, oh my God, I was dying.
Yeah, but it was really good. And then we didn't mention this, but last weekend we got dresses.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
We went to go get dresses for La Boda, because as you guys know, or if you're new here, we're going to Mexico in 2 weeks, or technically next week. Next week, yeah, next week we're gonna be in Mexico for a wedding. So excited! So we spent last weekend like literally all day looking for dresses. We both found dresses that one that fit us.
Yeah.
2 that we felt comfortable in. And 3 that were like long, elegant, black. It's funny though because every time we would go to somewhere, like if I saw a dress that I would like, she would find one that she would like, and we would look at them. They were very similar. Wasn't the same, but similar. And I feel like our dresses are still different, but it's like the vibes match.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. No, yeah, that day was super productive. And I haven't looked for dresses in forever. And I was so nervous. Like, I was so nervous. I was like, oh, because I just hate it.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, I just need to, like, just think positive and be like, all right, we're going to find something. And we were both like, you know, even if we didn't like it or whatever, we're like, oh, we would still try them on. I think that's what helped.
Yeah.
Just because you get a sense, as Patty mentioned, like of what style you want or what works for you.
I feel like you tried on more dresses. I literally tried on 2 dresses. The second dress I tried on, I ended up coming back for it.
Yeah.
But to your point, like, I hate when I have to go look for clothes and stuff because it just triggers the fuck out of me because nothing ever fits my body right. Like, if it, like, nothing. I'm always in between sizes, always. It's either I need to size up so that it fits, like, down here, but then it's big up here. Or if it fits me up here, it's too tight here, like that. But I kind of want to bring up what the ladies said.
Oh, I know.
Okay, so we went to the very first.
We saw a lot that week.
The first fucking, no, this is the first store we went into. First fucking store we went into. We go in, we're trying on dresses, and one of the ladies working there, like, makes a comment. She was helping, what was she doing? She was helping.
She was going to zip up my dress. Yeah.
And she just made, like, a comment, about, like, if,
so it was like open back, and I told her, I was like, oh, I don't like open back dresses because I'm not comfortable.
Okay, yeah.
And then that's when she was like, oh, well, we just nada más gara cirugía.
Yeah, and okay, that's what it was. I was like, I just remember popping off on her.
Yeah.
So she was helping Mely in one dressing room, and I was in another dressing room. And my fucking big sister instincts kicked in, and I was like, you're not gonna fucking say that to her. And I was like, especially when this is such a, like, triggering thing. It just came out. I was like, señora, de eso no se juega y menos con ella.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, I'm just being a realist. Yeah. Like, if I don't like something, I fix it for myself. She's like, la única cosa que me falta es dinero. And I'm like, well, that's you.
Yeah.
Whatever. We left, and we were both, like, laughing because we're like, the first fucking store. Like, is this going to be the tone for the rest of the day? But thankfully it wasn't. And when we were leaving and we were walking to another place, I was like, we were still talking about it. I was like, bitch, can you fucking believe that? I'm like, I didn't even pop off on her that bad. Like, that bitch looked like a Muppet.
Yeah.
Like, dead ass like a Muppet. Because
she was, like, you could tell she, like, had some Botox or something. Like, I don't know.
And, like, no shade. Like, if you want to get Botox, go
Yeah.
for it. But like, bitch,
Like,
you're
don't
over
do
here
that.
saying something, and you look like that, bitch. We don't want to look like you.
Yeah.
The fuck.
And then we go into another store, we're
Oh
looking, and then
yeah.
they're like, oh, we don't have your sizes. So we were like, oh, okay, that's the store for us.
Yeah. And then we went to another one when you were trying on the dresses, and the lady was so sweet. She was telling Mely tried on dresses there, Mely, and she was telling her like, "Oh my god, that looks so good on you." And I told her, I was like, "Oh my god, how different to this
From-
other
yeah.
store." And when we told the lady what she said, she was like, "What the fuck?" But yeah, it was just interesting.
Good.
But we both ended up finding dresses, and yeah,
Yeah.
I can't believe that literally. We're in next week we're gonna literally be on a plane.
I know, I love that.
I can't wait. It's so exciting.
I love that, and I love Mexico. It's been a while, so
It's been longer for me. I haven't been bitch since 2002.
I know.
Like literally.
Yeah.
That was the last time I went to Michoacan.
Yeah.
But it's different now because when we're older and like we can be in the ambiente and this madre and all that
Yep.
shit.
That's what
The
I'm ready
vibes.
for.
But even before, like guys, literally next weekend I'm now going to North Carolina for work. So I will literally be in North Carolina. I get back. I have not even 24 hours here to basically unpack, like at least my carry-on, repack, because then we got to go to the airport because we fly out on the 18th.
No, I know. And I was telling her, I was like, I'm like stressed out. Like I'm excited, but I'm like not, like it hasn't hit yet because I'm just stressed looking at the calendar. I'm like, oh my God. But also we're spending my birthday there. So I'm like, it's going to be a really fun time.
Yeah.
It's going to be good. But yeah, guys, I'm a little stressed out.
I know I have a lot of stuff too, but I don't know. I think I'm like, I only have 3 days of work.
Yeah.
Like I have 3 working days next week. Or this week. So I'm like, what gets done gets done. 'Cause after that, I'm out. Like it is what it is type of thing.
I know. We have like an event coming that we're like finishing for like, and I'm pretty much running that project. So I'm like, damn, I have to get at least all the contacts in and everything that I need to get done now to get started. You know, for that like that week that I'm gone. And then we have Q4 like it's a lot. But
Oh yeah, I have some stuff. Oh bitch, I got my hair done yesterday.
I know.
I literally forgot. Right now I was like, what the fuck is that?
I have to go get my haircut tomorrow.
Yeah, it gave me a little trim, just a little bit, because my hair is grown. So I was like, I want the length.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, regardless, we're excited. We're going to be traveling and we're going to places that we haven't been before, which, you know, like never been to Tequila, never been to
Jalos.
yeah,
Never
like,
been to the Efe.
Never been to the Efe, so super excited for that.
And it's different now, because, like, I feel like before, like, when we go to Mexico, or at least when I was younger, we went because it was, like, the fiestas, and where you would go to, like, where your family's from. But we're going just to, like, explore. Well, one for the boda, but, like, just
to like explore.
So that's kind of what we wanted to make the topic of this week's episode be, around travel. So, like, do's and don'ts, if you have anxiety, or just things like how do you prepare for traveling. So we can start with just like, we obviously both have anxiety, but do you get travel anxiety?
I don't get travel anxiety, but I get anxiety leading up to travel, just like, how do I say it?
So,
well, yeah, I guess in a way, yeah.
Like pre-travel?
I get pre-travel anxiety just because of all the shit that I have to do beforehand. But like the moment I am on my way to the airport and I'm like there, everything like I'm like I'm good. Yeah, that's literally like that's what it is. Like when I'm there,
what it is.
Like what's up? But yeah, besides that, besides pre-travel anxiety, no anxiety while I'm there.
Yeah, me either. It is like, I just want to make sure I have. I am always prepared. Like that is my thing. Like, and I think it's because I've lived with anxiety for so long, controlling the controllables. So like, I always try and be like, okay, what do I need? Blah blah blah. So yeah, but once I have everything, like, and I'm at the airport and it's time to go, I'm like,
that's it.
Let's fucking go.
It's like, peace out.
No, literally, like, vacation starts now.
Yes, same.
Yeah, but other than that, no.
Yeah, I know a lot of people get anxiety like at the airport, like just going through like
Yeah.
TSA, getting
Or even
your
like taking
boarding
off.
tickets, like everything, and then and then even actually being scared of heights and being on a plane. So
I remember Amanda, my cousin, went to Mexico a couple weeks ago, and I called her just like before her flight, and she's like, "Bitch, I hate flying." She was freaking
oh
out, and I
shit,
was like, "Bitch, you've been on planes before." She's like, "Yeah," but she's like, "I just don't like it." But she was fine. She's like once she's like, "I know once we're there, like I'll be good once I'm in the air." But she's like, "It's just something." And she's also a mom, so I feel like she
yeah.
says that like after she became a mom, I think it got worse.
One of my
But
tia
yeah.
Rosa, she every time guys we would go to Mexico,
Oh.
and like they go a lot. My mom and her go a lot, but every single time that I remember like getting on the plane, me and my mom turn around and look at her because we know my mom's like,
Oh.
"You're gonna be fine." She's like, like taking deep breaths, especially the taking off part. That's the part that
Mhm.
scares her like the most. But it's so funny. But I mean, I get it. Like it's
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh my god!" Like what? I'm literally in the air,
Yeah. I
But
don't get anxious
I love
taking
it.
off. I me pongo desesperada when we're on the plane and there's like traffic or whatever, and I'm like,
Yeah, you're like,
let's just fucking go.
yeah.
Like I'm mentally prepared to be in the air at my destination. Like let's just fucking go. I don't want to wait anymore. I've already waited so long.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really get.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more like planning ahead, which kind of leads to like the next thing, um, like plan trips versus like go with the flow trips. I feel like regardless where we go, we always have a plan.
Yeah, I'm like, we have a plan. We at least know we're going, like what we're doing, where we're
Or
going.
high level. We
Yes.
have like we know we
Yes.
want to do A, B, and C.
Yeah.
And then we can do filler. But
Yeah,
like
exactly. Like
we
once
have an
we're there,
itinerary.
once we're there, we have some time or what. Oh, like
Mhm.
we're here, bitch. Like we have some time. Let's go in here. Let's
Yeah.
do that. Like
Yeah.
that's fine. But yeah. Besides that, I think it's just like how she said, high level. Like, okay, what am I doing? What's going on? Like, all right. Like, how much time do we have? No, we have to be here, but here. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's funny because we even it goes back to like having control.
Mm-hmm.
Like we just want to make sure that like the things that we want to get done
Gets done.
so that we plan around that. But like even like on our itinerary it says like get to airport, go to bar.
Yeah.
Content, baby, content.
Literally, like all that, and even like commute wise,
Yeah.
like what is that looking like, And then when we get like, yeah.
Yeah, no, but it's gonna be good.
Oh.
So going into like planning, so when you are like packing and knowing what to pack, I'm the worst at knowing what to pack. More so like fits, because I'm like, I don't know. Obviously the weather, it's gonna be warm
Yeah.
when we're there, but like if we do something just random, am I gonna have a fit for that? I don't know.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to fucking pack.
Yeah.
Please advise.
No, literally, I think I'm the same way, but what I do, I just kind of just throw a bunch of stuff in there. I remember, so when I went to Europe, everyone was like, Mely, how did you fit that in there? I just had I was like, okay, I know what we're kind of doing. This is kind of going for this, but I know myself. I need more than just one option because in my head, I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, oh no, I hate it. So then I'll just throw different pants, different tops or whatever. And I'm like, okay, this is a possible outfit. But then my freaking maleta is heavy as hell. And I'm like, oh my God. But that's kind of how I do. I just throw it in there. Like,
That's gonna be hard, but this is the thing. It's easy for you to put fits together, not for me, because like I mentioned earlier, a lot of stuff does not fit me the way I like it to. So like I'm limited in what I can choose. So like you can easily just like, boom, I'll figure something out. It don't work. I could have like the same amount of stuff as her. I will stay my ass. I'll be like, I'm staying. I have no fit.
Yeah.
Have fun. Don't be in the fucking wedding dress.
Let's go.
Dead ass. I'm literally like the Grinch. That's it. I'm not going.
Oh my gosh. I'm dead.
You know that's facts.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's why I'm dead. No, but
That's why I have to start planning. Like,
Yeah.
Like dead ass. Before we
And
started
I-
recording, I was like, bitch, I need to start packing like
no.
today. Also because I'm not gonna have time
Yeah.
during the week, and then I leave, and I'm gonna have less, like, a day basically to like get everything.
Get
No
everything
way.
ready. And I think that also just goes back to us, like, that's why we like knowing what we're doing.
Uh-huh.
It's like, okay, well, am I gonna need a comfy fit? Am I gonna need, or whatever, like, we're gonna be commuting sometimes. Okay, I need at least leggings or something for that, but you can kind of reuse that. But it's like, am I gonna be able to, like, wash there? But it's just, yeah.
Pull up to Alexa's grandma's house.
Yeah, be like, ya llegamos. Yeah, we're both like, no, 100%. But that's funny.
And then, okay, so when it comes to packing, are you an overpacker?
So with the outfits, yes, but like with like my clothes, but I always feel like regardless, I forget something. Like when it comes to like
100%
like my makeup, my like skin or something, like I'm gonna forget something. Like I know that my hair, whatever. Like I know, and this, and that's what I know. I'm like, and in my head, I'm like, oh, Patty's gonna have it.
Even when we do when we do trips here, she'll be like, bitch, I forgot this. I'll be like,
she has it. Like, that's literally, I'm like, so that's where it is. For outfits, I'm like, I overpack. But with everything else, I always forget something. I'm like, oh my gosh. Even if I try, like, okay, it's all in there. And I go through it.
And I will tell her, this is where I get annoyed with her. And I'm like, Mel, this, and this. Remember one time we went to, I think it was when we went to San Diego, or we went somewhere, and maybe Palm Springs, and I brought a towel, and I had packed, and I sent her my list of what I wanted.
Suit. I forgot bathing suit.
And I was like, and I sent her I was like, I brought a bathing suit, my towel. She goes, she was like, my bathing suit, and I was like, bitch, what were you gonna do?
Yep.
I'm like, that was like a whole point.
Literally
of the fucking
forgot
house.
my bathing suit. Like I was like, oh my god, but no. And then what else did the good thing in this case, we can buy something there.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, luckily some of the things I'm like, okay, I'll buy it there. But yeah, guys.
Pero a tu gusto?
Yeah, I know.
We're picky.
Yeah, we're really
too.
picky. Yeah.
More me than you. I'm like, no, thank you.
Yeah, no, like that's true. But yeah, I think that's that's where I get for packing. But I guess it goes back to because I pack last minute. I do. Like I'm like, damn.
Bitch, let's be fucking for real. You do a lot of things
last minute. Yeah, I do.
But I feel like sometimes it works for you, so that's why it's like, period, I can get it done. And see, I think I literally plan everything out because I don't want to be last minute stressed. So I'm like, okay, let me just do this now. And then if things come up, I can like slide it in my suitcase, put it in my carry-on, whatever. But yeah, if she don't have it, I have it. If I don't have it, none of us have it.
That's literally how it goes.
But it's gonna be good.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to La Soriana there. Well, I don't think they have Soriana there. I think it's just too small of it, but the little tiendita.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think so.
We'll see. Going back to like the flights, when you are like, I'm actually very curious about this. Like, when you are buying like your ticket, what seat is like your priority?
Window seat.
Same.
That is my favorite window seat. Like, oh my god, guys.
Window is first, and then aisle is second.
Yes, window and aisle, because the middle seat I just can't. Especially if you're going with like that someone else besides your group is sitting next to you. I can't. I had the worst luck. Well, we had the worst luck for when we were coming back from Europe, guys. A 13-hour flight. I was in the middle of between two people. I was fucking pissed. It was the worst fucking flight ever. I could barely fucking move. I was trying to like get up to pee, and the person is like not like he's sleeping, and I'm like, sir, I have to pee. Sir. And I'm like a 13-hour flight, but on our way to Paris, amazing because I was in a window seat. But like it's like I hate it.
I know. What are the rules? Okay, because same. I always when I travel for work, the agency already knows. Window seat is like my priority, so they always whenever I book, I immediately get a window seat.
Yeah, and I also just like leaning that I have like something to lean on just to like nap or whatever. It's just more comfortable.
Sometimes it's depends like where the actual window is, because sometimes I've been on flights. I think it was my flight home from Boston, where it wasn't my row, but the row in front of me. Their window was like closer to me, so I had like two windows. I'm like, damn, I'd be pissed if I were like them. But what's like, okay, what's your take on who, like, if you're in the middle of the aisle and the window, like, which armrest is yours?
Well, oh, sometimes I feel like I've been on a flight where the window doesn't have one on this side, but no, it does.
So if you're the middle, which one do you think, in your opinion, belongs, like, that person should put their arm?
I always do my right.
Right?
Yeah.
So what if the person on the aisle, this is an unspoken thing, so I'm just curious, like, because I've seen on TikTok some people are like, the middle person should be able to have both because the window gets the window,
Yeah.
and the aisle, they have more leg room and they can do that. But I'm just curious, like,
Yeah, I know the first thing I'm like my right, just because I don't know.
That's
I
your
just
dominant?
yeah. I always just lean a little bit more towards my right, and yeah, I never thought about that.
oh, bitch, I think about that all the time. Like,
Yeah, and I
be
think
watching,
because of that, because I always try to avoid like a middle seat. I'm like, oh, okay, but no, that's true. I never.
I always
about
know
that.
the few flights that I've had this year, I've noticed I naturally, I'll just lean and I kind of just, like, I just curl up on my own.
Yeah.
But I've noticed where, like, the middle seat was already full when I got to my seat. And the person was already, like, sitting with both of their arms.
Oh, like they're like,
I'm like, this is mine.
Yeah.
But I just saw a TikTok of it, and someone was like, no, I think the middle person should have it. And the other people were like, no, fuck that.
Yeah, they're like,
everyone
move.
gets one.
Yeah.
Or it's like when you go to the movies or anything
Yeah.
like that. So you mentioned your flight in Europe, and sitting in the middle was, like, the worst. Have you ever had another, like, worst flight experience?
It's not worse. It's funny, but it was scary when we were going to New York. So Karen, hi roommate, my old roommate, and a friend of mine.
Oh God!
Of
course it's Karen.
Yeah, we're on our way back. Were we on our way to New York or back? You know,
I know.
So
Fucking
something
Karen.
like that. We were either on our way back from New York or on our way to New York. We stop at the bar, like
I think you said you were on your way, no?
We might have been on our way. I don't remember. No, I think
irrelevant.
Yeah, regardless. So we stop at the bar. We're eating, and we had a few mimosas, and then Karen was like, she had I think another drink or so. So out of nowhere,
Is she okay
guys,
with you sharing this?
We've talked we talk about this all the time, but I'm like, I'm gonna text her right after here, like, oh my God,
sure.
yeah. But on the way back, out of nowhere, I turn around. So I'm in the aisle seat. This one I'm in the aisle seat. Karen is in the row next to me. I'm like making sure like everyone's okay. Some of the girls are sleeping, and then I was like watching movies, and I was like, oh, okay, let me I think it's time for me to nap. So I'm turning around. I see Karen, and I'm like, she looks so pale. I was like, oh, shit, she wants to throw up.
Okay, and time out. Karen is like Mely's color.
Yeah.
So she looks pale.
She
Something's
looks
wrong.
so pale. And I'm like, oh, my God, she wants to throw up. And then, so I'm like, do you want to throw up? Do you want to throw up? Let me grab a bag, And because she's on the aisle seat. So I'm like reaching over to give her a bag. And I could see her kind of like, and I'm like, oh, my God, what do I do? And then she passes out. I was like, oh my God, I can't get up. What the fuck am I gonna do?
Mely's like, she's dead.
And I was like, I was literally, what am I gonna do? So then I like call like the attendant, and I'm like, oh my God. And she comes. She's like, are you okay? And I was like, I think my roommate just passed out. And she turns around, and like Karen's literally like, she's like, are you sure she's not sleeping? I was like, can you just please check her, because I really think she passed out. I was like watching her right now, and with the drinks and the altitude, like I don't know. I guess it got to her. So then the flight attendant goes to her.
Yeah, that was her
She's
first reaction.
like waking her like up nothing. And then she like starts putting alcohol under her, like putting like everything. And finally, Karen, by this time, the rest of my roommates, I was like, bitches, wake the fuck up. They all wake up. We're like looking. People are starting to look. And in my head, I'm like, oh my God, her mom is going to kill me. Like we're going to go drop her off. And what's going to happen? Like, they're going to kill me. We had just probably gotten on the flight. And then finally she wakes up, and you just hear her go like, and like she was brought back to life, dude. When I tell you, we all started cracking up. People were looking at us like these bitches are crazy. I was crying. I was dying. And then like Karen, I was like, Karen, you just passed out. No, 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 I'm okay. It's cause I'm like, Karen, you passed out. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
But oh my god, yeah,
I would have been embarrassed.
that was the
I
funniest
would
shit
have
ever.
been like, I don't know her.
That was so funny. Yeah, but it wasn't like bad. It was just
Oh
super
my
funny.
God.
Yeah, so that happened there. But no, I think
You can
that
always count on Karen for
Yeah.
something.
but I think that just the worst flight was Europe, just because in the seat that I was in, and it was so long that I was like, I couldn't even sleep comfortably, like nothing. It was just so bad.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
my cheeks hurt.
But
Oh.
that was it.
When you mentioned Karen, I was like, oh, I know exactly what's gonna.
that was like, it's so
come
funny,
next.
so funny.
I'm fucking dead.
Oh my god.
Oh shit. I'm like, when we went to Vegas, we didn't even get a drink before. Like we did. We went
I
to
think
that.
we got a like
we
White
got-
Claw. Like,
yeah, we bought the tall can, but we didn't even like go in like that.
No,
Yeah. We'll see how como nos ponemos.
in Bad Mexico.
Because we're gonna fucking land at 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
Or 5:30 or whatever.
Yeah,
the
we're
fuck.
gonna be really early for sure.
Yeah.
I'm just still thinking about that.
But it's just so exciting that like when we were little, like we would see people traveling on TV, and we would say like, "Oh, I want to go here when I'm," and I feel like the ones that are most obvious are like Europe and like the beaches in Mexico and like because that's where or like New York because that's where people on TV always like go. So I feel like that's always people's like
Yeah, you're like,
long term like goal bucket list. But I don't know. This whole thing on like TikTok has come up about like travel guilt when you're like a person of color, like a child of an immigrant. I feel like we like brushed over this when we mentioned our trip, but kind of want to talk a little bit more about like travel guilt. Like, what is it? Do you feel it? Do you want to explain what it is?
Yeah. So I mean, like Patty mentioned, it's like travel guilt. We see it a lot on TikTok, and it's basically just a lot of people being like, oh, every time like I travel to a new place, I feel guilty because like my parents came here, you know, to give me the life that I'm living now, and it's like they either can't experience that because of whatever the situation is, or they can, but they're just like working and you're just going on a trip, you know? So you like start feeling guilty, like they're never going to get to experience this, witness this. And they brought me into this world. They gave me this life and this opportunity to be able to do that. So yeah, we hear that a lot. And I've heard like people close to me as well being like, oh my God, I feel like so guilty. I don't feel guilty at all. And I mean, we've said it before, but it's like, I don't feel guilty. Do I like sometimes I'm like in a place or I think of them like, oh my God, they would love it here 100%. I'm like, yeah, like of course, like they would love it here. One day hopefully we can come or I can whatever, but I don't feel guilty about leaving or being in a place because it's like, yeah, they provided us with, you know, the opportunity to be able to do that, but it's also like, well, I'm doing it for me, like you're not funding my trip, you're not doing none of that, so why should I feel guilty? Like that's how I see it. And then just like, you know, my parents could travel, like it's like, and yeah, they can do it, and they've traveled to Mexico many times. My mom speaks, like she knows what to do, so it's like if they wanted to, they really could, you know. But yeah, I don't know, I don't feel guilty, but again, it's just like I've thought about times where I'm like, oh my God, they would love it here. I know one trip that my parents talk a lot about, it's going to Hawaii. That I do know, like my dad's always like, oh, I want to go to Hawaii, and that's my dad's like childhood dream. So I do want to make that happen one day, but it's not like, oh, I'm somewhere if I go to Hawaii before them, like I'm still not going to feel guilty because I mean, I don't know, I'm in Hawaii, okay, like, oh Dad, like I went to Hawaii, now I know where to take you. That's it. But yeah, that's, I don't know. That's how I see it.
I don't feel guilty like initially, because kind of the same thing, like I don't know. I have the mentality that like you should always want better for your children or like the next generation to have those opportunities. What I don't like is when you're made or they try to make you feel guilty. That is what I don't like. And I'm like, that just makes me not feel guilty even more.
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah, I feel like you kind of I'm like pretty much in line with you. Yeah, there are things like, oh yeah, like they would like this, or like, I don't know. I think it's hard because my family, like, my parents never talked about traveling. That just wasn't a thing. Always working, and I feel like there's also this thing like, this is generalization, but comments that are made like you should be working, like why are you taking so much time off, blah blah blah. But it's because when they came here, they had to work to kind of get to where they're at and give us the life that we're grateful that we have. And because of all their hard work, now we're in a place where we can still work, but we can also
Enjoy
and enjoy life and explore. So I feel like before it was kind of black and white, where like you either are able to do that or you can't at all. But now we're in a place where we can do both.
Yeah.
I feel like the only time I would probably feel guilty is if, let's say, I was going to plan a trip with someone and be like, oh, yeah, we're going to go here. And then for some reason it doesn't go through, but then I'm able to go. I mean, I would probably be I would feel bad. Like, I would be like, fuck, because I would have so much fun on the trip, I know for sure. But I would just be like, damn, like, if it were you, or like if I knew that I was supposed to go somewhere with my parents and then for some reason they couldn't go but I could still go and I went, I'd be like, ooh, I know they'd have so much fun. Or I feel like I wouldn't be able to like
Enjoy it.
and no, but like tell them about it when I came back, because then I would feel bad. Like
yeah.
if we were like, oh, we're gonna go here together, and then I'm able to go and you can't, like I would feel so guilty. Like I would. I would still have so much fun. That I don't think that would take away from the trip. It would just kind of be like, oh, like you would have so much fun. But to your point, like now you know, like places, like where to go and be more pointed and stuff. Yeah, I think if you feel guilt, I think it's normal. But I don't think it's fair when you're made to feel guilty.
Yeah,
because that is a trigger.
Yeah,
like. Now I'm not going to feel guilty at all.
And it's also like I think about it because my mom mentioned something like, I know she wants to go to Mexico City for like forever. She's like, oh my God, like you got to go here, 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 here. And then she's like, but wait, what did she tell me? But pretty much that, like she was just trying to make me feel guilty. And I'm like, Mom, if you were to go with me, like this time or whatever, we can go initially, but you're not going to be able to, like, I can't do everything that I want to do. Because I know them, they're going to want to, like, it's more, even though, yeah, a trip is to relax, but for them, it's more to, like, I want to relax, I want to enjoy it, whatnot. But yeah, like, yeah, a trip is, like, to relax and enjoy it, but I'm the type of person, if I'm going somewhere new, I want to make sure that I hit all the spots. Like, I want to go here, 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 whatever it is. And it's like, I know I can't do that with my parents, you know? So, yeah, I don't know. I just think about that, too.
Yeah, or, like, my mom will make a comment, like, a ver cuando me llevas.
Yes.
And I'm like, my favorite. I hit her with the. I was like, ¿por qué no le preguntas a tu esposo que te lleva? And she just looks at me like,
yeah.
Like, first of all, like to your point, no one is. I'm funding this trip. Like, I made the decision. I didn't ask anybody for permission to go. I literally was like, I texted you and I was like, bitch, you want to be my +1 at this wedding? And we'll make a trip out of it. Boom.
Yep.
We made it happen. But yeah, I don't want, and again, this is just like our point of view. I'm sure there are times where we're like, damn, like, yeah, like they would, I guess there's moments of guilt, but overall I don't feel guilty that I can do these things because I know in my heart that my parents worked their asses off so that I could live this life.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, why should I feel guilty about that? Like, that's why you did that. And hopefully what I'm doing now, my future kids will be able to benefit even more because of that. And hopefully they can travel at a young age. Like we can do family trips and stuff like that.
Yeah. And I think it goes back to, like, even right now that you said family trips. And it's, I guess it goes to, like, generations because, yeah, in the future, like, of course, I would love, like, oh, I'm going to do family trips with, like, my husband, my kids. And it's, like, growing up, we didn't, like, I did go to Mexico a lot and, like, to TJ and stuff for, like, smaller, like, little road trips. But my parents were never, like, let's go here, like, this new big place or whatever. So that is why now me, like, I want to travel, like, to a bunch of different places because, yeah, and I guess it goes to, like, they're working, every day and whatnot, and it's hard, but it's, like, in the future now, us, like, we can experience that with our kids, and then they can explore the rest of the world, but, yeah, yeah. But, yeah, I guess to Patty's point, like, I'm sure, I mean, I know there's a lot of people that do feel guilty, but everyone has, yeah, I guess everyone just
Yeah,
sees
I
it
don't think there's
differently.
a right or wrong
Yeah.
answer, and I don't think there should be like we are no one to judge if you do feel guilty versus you don't, because at the end of the day, you don't know someone's situation, and maybe that's someone's escape. Maybe they don't feel guilty because they're like, finally I can get away, and like maybe that could be something that opens their eyes, like there is life outside of X, Y, and Z or something.
Yeah.
And if you feel guilty, hopefully it's not for any of it's nothing that will like hold you back from experiencing it eventually, because I also think that's not fair.
Yeah.
Like if you hold back because you feel guilty for something, I'm like, been there, done that. No more.
Yeah, guys. So, as Patty said, to each their own. But yeah, I guess since we're in the topic about like traveling, so far, whether it's been local or just now that you're traveling a lot with work, what has been your favorite, like I guess, travel experience so far?
mm, I mean, travel, it's really only been Boston. That's been my only travel. um, I don't count Vegas. um, I mean, it's memorable because it was my first big solo trip, and it's cool. But like, I don't know. I feel like I've had more fun on like, and that's also for work. So there's like time is very very limited. Like, I thought I was gonna have more time to explore when I was in Boston, but the reason I was there, it just took too much out of me that there was no way. And also they were like, it's not safe for you to just walk around at night.
Like, oh, okay,
So
noted.
okay. I would probably say like one of like our local trips that we've done, like our Big Bear trips were always
Yeah,
fun.
so much fun.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have one.
Yeah. I think I'm like, for me, like, honestly, like my favorite, like, yeah, like the experience with my roommates and stuff from college, like those have been amazing. But till this day, even just me growing up and going to Mexico, those are like my favorite moments. Like it's crazy. Like and that's one of the things, like I'm excited to go back to Mexico because just you get to experience so much of like different cultures, get to like settle down. Like I was talking to about this with Claudia. Like here, I mean, we've said it before, but here's just go, 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 and you're constantly like, running errands because you don't have time throughout the week. And over there, it's like you get to appreciate those moments and people, even though like in a way, like even in like in this case, like I said, in Mexico, not that it's less of what I have here, but people appreciate what they have and they're like so like nonchalant and chill about it, and that itself just like makes me be like, oh, I'm here, let me enjoy it, let me not like rush. And it's like, I don't know, it's crazy. Like I just think about that,
Yeah.
and that's one thing that I'm so excited to look forward in Mexico because yes, we have like our plans, but I already know like the ambiente and the attitude there, like the way people are just like, oh, I don't know, I love
Yeah,
that.
the vibes are just
Yeah.
different, but I think also it's because like you don't know what you don't know, so
Yeah.
you can't. It's also different when cuando vienen del norte, as everyone says, like you know what it's like on this side,
Yeah.
so you know what quote unquote they're missing out on. But like if they've been there their whole life, they don't know.
Yeah.
So they're just happy living life. But yeah, I feel like that's kind of like if you travel outside of the U.S., it's just everything is, for the most part, it's like a different pace.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm just excited
Yeah.
to be in Mexico.
Yeah, well, yeah, guys, with that said, I mean, let us know your favorite, like, I guess, travel experience, favorite place that you've been to.
Or like a bad experience,
Yeah, that
travel
too.
do's and don'ts, tips. Like if you're an expert traveler, let us know what works for you. How do
Yeah.
you pack everything? I'm curious if any of you have done an international flight with just a carry-on, because I have seen a lot of TikToks on that. Because, you know, I'm delusional. I'm like, I could do that. Bitch, I could barely get to Vegas
No.
with my makeup bag.
Yeah,
there's
there's-
its own fucking carry-on.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, let us know. Make sure to
Yeah.
show us some love on this episode. If you're watching on YouTube, follow, like, subscribe.
Follow us on Instagram.
Yes. I'm like blanking Spotify.
Yeah,
If you're
download
listening,
Spotify. And yeah,
rate
get
us.
ready for our travel content.
Woohoo!
We'll see you guys next week's episode.
Bye.
Bye.